words he speaks are true. We're our humanary stew. We don't pledge allegiance to the Black Widow. The horror that he'll bring, the horror of his sting, the unholiest of kings, the Black Widow.
Okay. We can dig you a hole deep in the ground, bury your soul down in Dragontown. Alice Cooper's sequel to Brutal Planet, and the tour, called Live at the Brutal Planet Descent into Dragontown Tour, takes us to more or less the capital city of Brutal Planet, Dragontown, the heart of hell. And once you're here, as he says in the song, it's much too late. You're not going anywhere. Now we get to meet more cast and characters that belong in this apocalyptic world. We start off with one of my favorite songs, Trigger Man, which is about a gun-crazed assassin. And, it's a, you can almost call it kind of the companion piece to Wicked Young Man. Then we get the song Deeper. I always imagined a video for this where Alice is telling this story in like an elevator ride to hell. It's just like a huge elevator, just keep going. I always envisioned that would be a great video. And then if he had to do a sequel video with the actual title track, Dragontown, we leave off with the elevator crashing on the ground, the doors open up, and the minute that does, the chords to Dragontown start, and then he starts walking through Dragontown. And that is a fantastic song. I get chills again with that one, the song Dragontown. He did a medley of it with Brutal Planet and Sex, Death, and Money, which, ironically, is the next song after Dragontown. Sex, Death, and Money is more or less three of the reasons that we're in Dragontown, or, they're more or less the things that make Dragontown run. In fact, sex, death, and money, it's the gospel here in Dragontown. Then, Fantasy Man, we meet this this guy goes, I ain't no Brad Pitt, I ain't no Antonio Banderas. That's what Alice said when he was on stage. He goes, I don't do showers, I don't pick flowers, and all that stuff. He hates opera, he hates Oprah, he's homophobic, he's all these things that a man's man would, be or whatever. And, it's a quirky little song, but it's fun. It's fun. And then Somewhere in the Jungle is more or less kind of the pick up the bones for this album. It's more or less about like Rwanda and all those type of places where it was just torture and brutality on a scale that we had never seen over there during these various wars and stuff that have been going on for the last decade or so. And then probably one of the funniest songs he's ever done, Disgraceland. Alice's attempt at humor, thinking that Elvis did not go to heaven, that he died on his throne and he went to hell. If Elvis was still alive, and no, he has not been seen at the local Quickie Mart, then Alice has said in interviews that he thinks Elvis would have laughed at this. Maybe he would have. It's pretty funny. Alice does a Elvis impression during the course of the song. It's pretty funny. And then at the end he goes, oh, thank you very much, and all that stuff. I love it. Sister Sarah, we get a nun that's just, kind of gone the wrong way. The fact the devil's got plans for her, don't look surprised, don't be in shock, you'll be my lovely little demon in my profit stock. I'm just doing my job to pull you down because it's a one-way ticket down to Dragontown. Love that line. And we get to, hear some background vocals, and if memory serves me, Calico provided the background vocals on Sister Sarah. I'm pretty sure. It might be the one thing I've screwed up on, in my Alice knowledge. So don't crucify me. Anyway, then another tender ballad, Every Woman Has a Name. I think it would be a good trilogy, actually. Only Women Bleed, Take It Like a Woman, and Every Woman Has a Name. It's his, I guess, woman trilogy. A very, very, another great ballad that, he just shows his tender side again. Then I Just Want to Be God, told from the point of view of the devil. It's him saying, what would it be like if I was God? This is me telling the song through my eyes. I never learned to bow or anything like that. I just want to be God and all that. It's, once again, we're getting back to that core theme of both Brutal Planet and Dragontown. It's the devil's handiwork. Then a song that Alice would say he finally created a song he felt like was a Beatles-esque song, one that would probably have been thrown away if the Beatles themselves had created it back in the day, a song called It's Much Too Late. It's got a very Beatlesque vibe to it, and it's pretty much saying that, I didn't do all these bad things, yet somehow I'm in hell, and I'm not going anywhere. And then finally, we are introduced to the Sentinel, who is apparently kind of like a terrorist. In fact, he got a little bit of trouble with a line, in there that some people were like, uh-oh, this was right around... In fact, this was recorded before September 11th, and there's a line he goes, there's something disturbing going on in my turban. He's talking about wiring bombs. He's not a Muslim, he's not a Jew, he's not a Christian. All these things. He's just the Sentinel. Alice, there's been some talk that The Last Temptation, Brutal Planet, and Dragontown were a huge trilogy. Others have said that Alice had intended on doing a third part after Dragontown, where he'd finally bring us out of Dragontown, but it was decided afterwards that, nah, once you're in Dragontown, you're not going anywhere. Both Brutal Planet and Dragontown are fantastic concept albums, brought beautifully to life on stage. In fact, as a Godzilla fan, I loved Alice's little homage. At the very beginning, before the actual show started, he was playing the Godzilla March, Godzilla's theme that would play when he would show up on the... It's that dun 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 dun. I love it. I mean, that's the signature song for the Godzilla series. That was playing as he was getting ready to start the show. Then he does the opening chords to Hey Stupid, and then all of a sudden it segues into Sex, Death, and Money, and a kabuki soldier of sorts appears on stage, takes a gong and goes or hits the gong, and then that summons Alice up the stairs. Very cool. And then the whole theme was kind of like this Chinatown blown up on stage type of thing. It was more or less a Brutal Planet show with a lot more Dragontown imagery, a lot more Asian imagery, but it was a fantastic album and a fantastic tour, and I wish he would play more from Dragontown and Brutal Planet. He's off and on, he's brought Gimme back in the Dirty Diamonds tour, he brought Wicked Young Man back for the Theater of Death tour, which is going on right now. Go see it, I can't recommend it enough. And then, yeah, so definitely Brutal Planet and Dragontown, high, very high recommendations. But Dragontown is still not number 3 on my list. We only have 3 albums left, so one of the 3 will be my third pick to complete my top 5. So yeah, we'll keep it going. And so until next time, we'll take Alice into the his return to his early garage sounding roots with The Eyes of Alice Cooper.